Hello guys, welcome to Liska Tech YouTube channel again. So today we're going to complete the rest of the topic. We're going to cover Python data types. We're going to cover the common methods of Python, and we're going to also cover the file system. Okay, how you can read a file, how you can write the file, how you can open a text file. Okay, with simple Python coding. So let's start our class. Okay, so I think you can in screen you can see that so there is a two type of Python data types. Okay, so I think you know what are the data types, like int. Okay, int, right? Then float. These are all types of data types, right? Then double or string, right? So these are the data types, right? So but data types can be divided into two types. Okay, one is immutable. Okay, immutable, and another is mutable. So immutable means, what do you mean by immutable? Okay, immutable means you cannot change. Okay, so let me show you what is immutable. Okay, for example, like there is a string. Okay, like for example there is a tuples. Okay, for example ARR is equals to 1 2, okay, 3, and this is the tuples. So now if you want to add 4 inside this array. Okay, like for example you want to put like 2 3 and 4, but this is not possible in tuples. You cannot change, or you cannot insert anything inside tuples. Okay, like that is immutable. Okay, immutable. So you cannot insert anything, you cannot change anything, that is immutable. Okay, so let's take eraser, let's remove this. Okay, so let's see. Okay, let's see that what is now. Let's see what is mutable. Okay, so mutable is like, you can see, like now see there is a like list. Okay, like now there is a array. Okay, now there is an array. Now there is an array. Okay, for example array is equals to 1 2 3 4 and 5. Okay, now you want to insert 6 inside this. Okay, how you can do that? Simple, array dot append and 6, right? So after that, what will happen when we're going to print it? So 2 3 4 and 5 and 6. So this is possible, right? Because it is mutable. Okay, so this is the difference between mutable and immutable. So in mutable you can change. Okay, you can insert, you can delete elements from the list, but in immutable, once you assign a variable, you cannot change or you cannot insert any other new things inside that. Okay, so that is immutable and mutable difference. Okay, I think you got the idea what is mutable and immutable data types. Let's start with methods in Python. Okay, so this is our topic today, and so let's, okay, so first method is append. I think everybody knows what this method does. For example, let me tell you, okay, the use case of this method. First is append. Okay, let me do one thing, just one dot append. Okay, now append, how you can use append? Okay, simple, for make a list. Okay, let's make a list. Okay, list that is 1 2 3 4 and 5. Okay, now let's insert. I want to insert. Okay, for in previous class many has complained that they cannot see the fonts, so let me make it bigger. Okay, I think now you guys can see the fonts, right? Okay, so now we're going to insert 8 inside this list. So how we can do that? Simple, array dot append. Okay, now inside the append we're going to put 8. Now let's print beforehand. Okay, let's print in before. What is that? Array. Okay, let's do one thing, just remove this. First see what is the output. Okay, so So this is the result, right? So this is the result, that 1 2 3 4 and 5. And now if you want to insert 8, so how you can do that? Simple array dot append, that is the append method we are using. Now inside this we're going to put the 8, and when I'm going to now print this method, now again I'm going to print it. See what is the difference between, okay, difference. See before it was like 1 2 3 4 5, and now it's become 1 2 3 4 5 8, right? So you can see we have changed, and this, that's why this is mutable, right? So let's experience one thing. Let's try to append in tuples. Okay, let's try, because we know that tuples is immutable, right? So let's make it. So we are using like tuple 1. Okay, now inside this, how we make tuples, that is first bracket. Now we're going to insert same elements like 1 2 3 4 5. Okay, now we know that is immutable, right? Now we're going to see, we're going to print it, print tuple 1, and now when I'm going to print it, see this is the thing. But when I'm going to use, now I'm going to use append. Okay, let's insert, let's try to insert. I'm going to write try, because we know that is not possible, 8. Okay, now if I use like tuple 1 dot append and insert 8, and now if I going to print tuple 1 again, let's see what is the result. See, so they have give us the error, right? So no attribute append. So that's the thing, guys, you cannot change anything inside the tuple, but you can change inside the list. So that is the difference between mutable and immutable. Immutable means you cannot append anything, you cannot insert anything, you cannot change anything, but in list you can change because it's mutable, right? So I think you got the idea what is difference between mutable and immutable, as well as what is the use case of append. So let's see our next method. Okay, next method is eval. Okay, so I think that is a shorter form of evolution. Okay, so let's see how we can code. Okay, so let's take an example. Okay, let's take x is equals to 2. Okay, now we're going to make a evolution expression, eval example. Okay, now inside that we're going to use this method, that is evaluation, and inside that we're going to put, so inside inverted comma we're going to put the x. Okay, like for example x plus 6. What do you guys think, what will be the result? Let's print it. Okay, let's print this. Okay, see what is the output? Just 10, because 2 plus 2 is 4, right? 2 plus 2 plus 6, right? So you can add that, that is equals to 10, right? So that is the result. So evolution is like a help in simple mathematical operation. That is the evolution. Okay, then next method. So next method is lower. Okay, now where we can use lower, let's see. For example, a name, okay, is equals to Sambit. Okay, now if you want to change in all letters of the word Sambit into a small letter, for example name dot lower. Okay, lower and this. Okay, now if I print name, you will see all has been changed in lower. Okay, sorry. Okay, let's do one thing, just cut it, copy and print it. Okay, sorry. Okay, let's do one thing. So, name dot lower. Okay, now if I print it, see the all the letters, capital letter has been changed into small letter, right? Now same thing is there for uppercase. Okay, so same thing, let's change into name is equals to, for example Sambit, all in small letters. Now we're going to change all in capital letter. Okay, Now same thing, that is upper, and now we're going to use the print function, and here's the thing. Now print it. Now see, we got all in capital letters, right? Now see, our next method is join. Okay, now join is to join something. Let's see what is the join. Okay, so let's take a list. Okay, list is equals to, for example, a simple letter, that is Akash. Okay, now let's join this with something, that is print. Now okay, let's do one thing, this simple thing. Okay, now dot join, and let's print it, that is list1. Okay, let's see what is the output. See what is the output previously and what is the output after joining. Okay, see, so before it was simple Akash, then after using this, what I want to join, it will join in after each of the letters of the word. Okay, see, that is the difference, simple Akash and the A comma K comma A comma S comma H. Okay, so you can also do something like simple, whatever you want. Okay, whatever you want you can use. Okay, so this is the thing. So next method is map function. Okay, so map function is very useful for make things, means if you want to call a full array in a single line, then it is very useful. Okay, let's see what is the example. Okay, so in map function there is two things, one is tire and the one is function. The first thing, what function you want to change. Okay, let's do one thing, that is list 1 equals to 1 2 3. Okay, now see, this is the thing, that is simple 1 2 3, and this is the string, right? We all know. Now let's do one thing, number is equals to list and map int, and what is the thing, I want to change the int. Okay, and the list 1. Now if I print number, see what is the output. See, so it has been changed into an array, right? And let me explain in a brief. Okay, the map function. See, if I don't use the list, okay, if I don't use the list, it will give me only the address. See, it is giving me the only address, so it is giving me only the address of this element. So if you want to convert into a list, proper list, so you have to provide this list tag before map function. Okay, now it will give you a proper array or list. Okay, so I think you got the idea of the map function. Okay, we are going to see how you can take random number. I think you guys understand what is the use of map function, right? Now we're going to see what is the use, how you can produce any kind of random number. For example, let's take random. Okay, random elements, let's take. Okay, for example, elements. Okay, for example, let's code the thing. Okay, first we're going to import something. Okay, import random. Okay, so this is the external module we are using. Okay, now let's see, you want from, for example, your teacher said that find tell me us any random number from 1 to 10. Okay, you can tell that 2. Again she asks, you can tell 4. Again she asks, you can say 5. And what is the condition, that you have to tell from 1 to 10, right? So from 1 to 10 you can tell any kind of random number from 1 to 10. So same thing we're going to do with Python. Okay, that is simple. For example, let's take a random number. Okay, now the code, the Python going to generate a simple random number. Okay, simple random dot rand int. What, this is the random and this random int. What kind of we want a random integer value, right? So simple, from where, from 1 to 10, right? We want number from 1 to 10, right? Now let's see, we're going to print it. Okay, random number. Now when I'm going to print it, see, sometime it's 9. See, now it will be 7. Now see, it will be 3. So every time it producing a random integer between 1 to 10, right? So I think got that thing. We have produced that random integer. Now we're going to produce random word or any kind of string. For example, let's see, you have a store. Okay, now inside the store you have like apple, now chocos. Okay, now you have cookies. Okay, now in any kind of festival you have find an offer that whoever wants a lucky draw, whoever wins plays a lucky draw, and if he wins any kind of product, it is absolutely free. Now the player came. So how we can do how we can use Python to find a random word from the list. Okay, see, we're going to simply use random product object, random object or random product. Okay, product equals to random, and now we using choice. Okay, instead of random int. Now inside this we're going to store. Okay, simple thing. Now if I print it, print random product, now see what will be the output. See, apple. Next time it may be apple, again apple. Now next time maybe chocos. See, now maybe cookies, right? So every time it is giving me a random element from this list. Okay, I think got the idea, right? So let's start with another topic, that is file system. Okay, file system or how, okay, or file handling. Okay, so now see what is the main thing about file handling. Okay, what is that thing? Okay, see, so there are mainly 5 types. Okay, one is about open. So you have to open a text file, right? Now you're going to close the text file. Okay, you're going to close that. You can close the text file. Now you can read a text file, right? So I think everybody know what is a file. For example, a file can be like first dot text. So this is one kind of file, right? Text file. So let's upload this. Okay, I'm going to click here, and here you can see. So we're going to explore the where I'm going to going to the desktop, and I'm going to find any kind of file that is first.txt. Okay, so here it is. Okay, so for the txt, and if you open it, so if you open it, see what is the thing, simple hello world. Okay, now I'm going to use this file to use. Okay, use it. So let's use it. Okay, first of all, I think everybody know how to upload the file. I already showed you how to upload a file in Collab. Okay, now this is our file. Okay, now you can write something also, right? Hello again. Okay, and you can save it. Okay, now if I go to the save, and it already been saved. Now if I open it again, if I close it and again open it, now see it's already been saved, right? Now this is the file. Now we're going to open it. Okay, open our text file. Okay, simple. Let's make it a function. Okay, a variable. Now we're going to use that is open, right? Now we're going to first open the file to edit or read or any kind of operation we want. Okay, so first we want to open the file. Okay, so how we can open the file? Simple. What is our file name? That is first dot txt, right? So now we're going to, now there is another thing that is for read. Okay, for read we're going to use r. Okay, for r. Now print it. Okay, now print the function, print the, now if dot, what do you want to do? We want to read, right? Okay, so now, so this is for read only. Okay, and if you want to write, then we have to use write. Okay, so now we want to use it for read. So now if I run it, see we can read the file, what is inside the file, right? Okay, now see, we can also use, that is, now we have opened the file, now we have also read the file. Now you can also use it for close the file, right? If dot close. Now if I want to close, see, it has been closed the file. So that is the thing, you open the file, you read the file, and now you close the file, right? Now if I want to write something, okay, for example, if you want to write something, for example, first thing again, you have to open the file, right? Open the file. So what is this simple thing? That is first.txt, right? Now for writing a file we use a, okay, we want to append, a for append, okay, we want to append something. So what do you want to append? That is f dot, now we're going to write it, okay, what do we want to append? So for example, now we have added something, okay, added something. Now that's the thing. Now when we're going to, now we're going to close the file, okay, we have closed the file. Now let's again, we can do one thing. If I print it, see, not going to happen anything. But now if I want to read again, same thing I will do, simple this function I'm going to print here, okay. Now see, if I write it now, see, hello world and hello again. Now we have added something, and we have successfully added a line inside the file. Now you can also see inside the file also by clicking the original file also. See, we have successfully added our writing inside the original file also by using Python programming, right? So I think you got the idea. So what is reading, what is how to open a file, how to read a file, right? So how to edit something inside the file. So I think that's all what we need in market. More than this no one going to ask you. So I think you guys understand what is the Python data types, what is immutable, mutable, what is the common methods, how you can find random numbers, random letters, and random elements from the any kind of list. And we also understand the file, how we can open a file with Python, how we can edit anything inside the Python or inside the file. So I think you got the idea. So practice it, okay. Thank you guys.